What's Holy Fam? I'm Kharissa Forte, and today I just want to share with you some advice, lessons that I've learned throughout college that really helped me a lot in college, and they're also very beneficial to me now as a graduate and as a budding career girl. These 7 tidbits of advice are excellent for college students, and they're also excellent for the millennial generation, anyone that's 30, 31 and younger, people who are self-starters going into business for themselves, entrepreneurs, people of that nature. These 7 tidbits of advice are going to be excellent for you. So let's jump right in. The first one is to recognize that your purpose derives from your passion. So what you need to do is sit down and think about what your passions are. How do you find out what your passions are? Ask yourself, what evokes emotion with me? What stirs me, both positively and negatively, right? What impacts me like that? What is it that if I had to do for free for the rest of my life, I would, and it wouldn't be a problem? What are those things? It might be 2 or 3 things. For me, it's public relations and journalism. So for you, it might be 2 or 3 things, and that's okay. But when you can figure out what your passions are, then you're also going to be able to discover what your purpose is as well. Number 2 is to sharpen your natural abilities with nurtured skills. That means take those things that you believe that you are just born good at and sharpen them. When you can make a list of your strengths, you can also derive a list of weaknesses out of that. When you can derive a list of both strengths and weaknesses, you can improve on your weaknesses, which in turn is going to allow you to improve on your strengths, and that's going to overall increase your value and your worth in the workplace, okay? Number 3 is what you know, how you know, and who you know. What this means is that you want the right fuse of education, experience, and networking, and that is going to really push you beyond your wildest dreams, okay? It does take all 3. You cannot do one without the others. Education by itself is really too vague. Experience by itself is a hobby. Networking by itself is really just being a socialite. So it takes the right fuse of all 3 that's going to show companies that you are willing to increase your knowledge, you're willing to put in the hard work, you're willing to step outside of your comfort zone and talk to the right people that's going to connect you with more right people, put you in the right places, and to help you succeed. Today I had the opportunity to network with Mike Ferguson. He is the host of Missouri Viewpoints, and he's also done some work for 88.5 KLJC. So his lanes are television and radio broadcasts, okay? The rest of the 4 points come from him and from the advice that he gave me today. So number 4 is, what's your niche? Mike said that you have to know what sets you apart, who's your target audience, why they're your target audience, and why they should listen to you, okay? Your niche is going to help you figure out all of that. Number 5 is to remember that it's not about you, it's about what you offer, okay? So it's not about how awesome and how fantabulous you are. It's about how your product or your book or your radio show or your TV broadcast or whatever it is that you're doing or that you have, how that's going to benefit your target audience, okay? Number 6 is you got to be egocentric, not egotistical. There's a difference. Good resumes are egocentric. That means that they display the right types of work for that type of job. They display the experience. They display all the good stuff about you. It's not an autobiography, though, of your life, right? So it's egocentric, but it's not egotistical. I hope that makes sense. The last tidbit of advice, number 7, is create your own opportunity. We are blessed to live in a day and age where we can really take our dreams and make them realities. There is tons of possibility to be successful, but the best part is that there's tons more probability of us being successful. We just have to go out there and make it happen. We have the technology, we have the technology. Like, that's really what it's about, right? If you have the technology to do it, just do it. If you want to publish a book, you don't have to wait for someone to put their seal of approval on it. You don't have to wait for a publisher to do that. You can go publish your own. If you want to be a TV host, you can do a YouTube show. You can go to different events and interview people and whatnot, and build up a video reel that way by doing your own show on YouTube. Likewise with radio broadcasts, okay? You can get an online radio show going and use that, right, as a audio reel. You can write blogs. Everything we need is literally at our fingertips to be successful, okay? So hopefully those 7 tips help you out. They've helped me out a lot, and I look forward to putting them into practice even more so than ever before. Okay? Have a good night.